West and freshman Jasmine Green.
I think, this is a tough one. Obviously, we're disappointed. We just dug ourselves too big of a hole in the first half and weren't able to make enough shots, get enough stops down the stretch to get the victory. I think we showed a ton of fight, but, still disappointed that we couldn't come away with the win.
Can you talk about Melgoza and what different looks you guys tried to give her and why ultimately she still put up the numbers that she did?
Yeah, she had 18 at half, and we went zone in the second half. We didn't do much in the first half to mix it up. With Jalen in foul trouble, we were just a little limited. So we tried the zone some in the second half. And I thought that was effective a little bit. Then when she found a rhythm in that, we went back to player. We put Ave on her a couple possessions just to get a different look, different size. She missed a couple shots there, but then at the end, we just had a really poor rotation off of her that allowed her to tie it up with a minute left. That was really unfortunate. At the end of the day, I think we can score more than 64 points, and it doesn't matter that she has 31. I just think we missed too many shots. No one else is in double figures, and if we take care of the basketball and get more shots up, like I said, I don't think it matters if Melgoza has 31 or not.
Talking about you guys more mentioned taking care of the basketball. Is that something that hampered the team in the first half? That and just getting up shots, good shots.
Yeah, I think we had 10 first half turnovers, and that's about 6 or 7 too many. We've got to get better. We've got to get better at taking care of the ball. I think we were much better in the second half, in the third quarter in particular, and then in the fourth quarter we got a little sloppy down the stretch. But at the end of the day, we got back in the game, we took the lead, and then just couldn't finish it off.
For the players, coaches talking about the turnover, especially in the first half. How much of that do you think was your own doing versus what Washington was doing to force those turnovers?
I honestly think it was more us than them. They're a very good team. They pressured, they trapped very well. But I think we were rushing and we were playing really fast and rushing ourselves. I don't think we were very patient. We practiced so much in practice of the fundamentals of jump stop, ball fake, sweeping the pass, ripping it through, sweeping it over. And I think sometimes our first Pac-12 game, the freshmen have never experienced it before. Being a senior, it's my last run is in Pac-12. So I think just all the adrenaline and the excitement sometimes kind of clouds our judgment when we need to be thinking about fundamentals. So I think we slowed down and gathered ourselves a little bit too late.
On that, Jazz, in your first Pac-12 game, did you sense a difference in just the intensity of it, and just kind of talk about that, what that experience was like for you?
You had 0 turnovers.
Ooh.
Sharman had mentioned earlier that Pac-12 is where it gets real. And, in the game, you could feel the difference in intensity, but it's still basketball at the same time. And credit to Washington, but also our heart and our play. It just made it feel more easier. I didn't feel necessarily that we didn't come out like we weren't prepared for the Pac-12 play, because I feel like we always come out prepared. But as a freshman, I think I was more excited because it was Pac-12, because, it's the number one conference in the nation. So to be able to play that's kind of I looked at it as a gift rather than nervousness.
Even down the stretch, your coach still has confidence in you to take big shots in the last seconds. Do you feel that's a lot on your shoulders, and do you embrace that challenge of trying to put your team?
No, I don't. It's just not shoulders. They actually make it easier to embrace it, to be look at me and be you're gonna make it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're gonna make it. And I appreciate Coach for having that confidence in me, because she just understands how much I want it and how much my heart is in it, that she knows that I have that confidence to take that shot in order to give it to me. But I don't think it's more pressure on my shoulders or a lot on my shoulders as a freshman. I just think it's a part of it, and I'm gonna embrace it more and more as we continue to play.
Sharman, about that, you know, there was a chance to go for a 2 to tie the game at the end, or go for a 3, and you decided to go for a 3 instead. What was your thinking behind that?
Yeah, we were struggling to kind of force it into CJ and get the interior looks. That's where a lot of our turnovers came. And I thought they would be more looking for that. So I thought it'd be pretty crowded. And, Jazzy's a gamer, as is Jalen, and I wanted to try to get a good look for them. And I had confidence in CJ and Ave that they could clean it up and get an O board if we did happen to miss. They got their hand on the ball. So it was a tough one to rebound. But that was the thought process behind that. And then obviously when we were down 3, we got a really good look. I mean, I'm proud of the way that we execute things. The shot didn't go in, but up until that point, like the execution is there, and we're running things at the end of games really well. And I think those shots are going to fall, and we'll have some more game winners down the road.
Jazz, let's talk about your injury. Glad you're here to return. Just talk about what exactly happened and just kind of process of that.
So what had happened was I was going for the rebound and kind of like caught a muscle spasm in my thigh, and I didn't know. I thought it was a cramp, but I guess it was like more of a muscle spasm. That's basically how I can explain it. I don't know the other way.
We're glad you came back.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Any other questions for Coach, the players?
Just any thoughts on Washington State? I know your focus is further on Washington, but just any really thoughts on the next team to face?
Yeah, Melina's a handful. She's a really good point guard. She's just really good, and Bobby is no Robin to the Batman. I don't know which one. They're both just really, really good players. So we're gonna have to work. I do have a lot of confidence in this team. I told them in the locker room, like based off of what we did on that Harvard UConn swing. We had a 1-day prep for UConn at UConn. And we did really well with the 1-day prep. So I'm confident that we can bounce back and play well on Sundays in Pac-12 play, just because I know that they're good with walking through things and retaining information and being able to put a game plan in place with just 1 day of practice.